hangnail. Let me see if I have scissors real quick. Okay. I think people are cold outside. They're yelling burr, 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 burr. Let's get drawing. Okay, so I was thinking like just kind of crazy characters today. I drew a couple people yesterday. I don't see where they are, but just sort of like maybe a mermaid on land and then like on crutches. So let's see. I'm going to do big-headed people because that way they fit on my page. And I don't know, I just like to draw big-headed people. So I'll have the tail come forward and then come underneath and then go back, and she's a mammal, so her tail will be flat. Mammals' tails are flat, and fish tails are up and down. And I assume a mermaid is a mammal. I mean, I'm not like a cryptozoologist, I guess. Would mermaids be? Cryptozoology? It would be like crypto. I do not know. All right, I'm just trying to get this looking correct. Sometimes I sketch in like the rib cage, see where that would go. Yeah, so then. Okay. This is where the shoulders would be. Yeah, I was just a little shy. And then I was thinking American crutches because that's what I grew up with. But I just read an article talking about how actually those are not as good as like European and other crutches. So I thought we could do those. Okay. This arm is behind. But I'm less familiar with those crutches. So they go, there's like a cuff on the arm, and then a handle that the hand holds onto. And then that goes down to the ground like that. Yeah, so I don't know why, but in the US we don't have these crutches. So we're just in the sketch stage. We're gonna get more refined in a bit. We're doing a mermaid on land. I have no idea why. I'm just doing crazy stuff today. I don't have a lot of time, but I did want to do a little stream. So I figured I had a lot of fun doing the end of yesterday's stream, which was just like crazy characters. And so I figured we could do something like that. Maybe let's make it a little bit lower to give us some better perspective between this one and what'll be this one. There's the cuff. Something like that. All right. I guess these are more hitting the ground a little bit more straight than I have them drawn here, but I think that's okay. We can be a little cartoony. I don't want these to look super realistic. All right. I went to a scenic overlook today. We just moved to the area, so we don't know it super well. And I always like to explore new places, and one of my favorite things is nature. So I was hoping to go to one of these scenic overlooks sooner rather than later. Hey, Lim, Jasper, welcome. And so really we finished all of our errands early and we're still out and about, and I thought let's do the scenic overlook. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. That'll be the thumb on that side. I'm getting better. I've been drawing a lot of hands on stream, so I say this, I'm not great with people. I need to do some anatomy, maybe even extra anatomy courses or something, because like I don't practice them enough. When I have to do them, I can do them. I just take longer than drawing everything else. And so I was thinking about doing an anatomy. Um, hey, Ranch and Lettuce, welcome, welcome. An anatomy course, or maybe I'd get an anatomy book from the library and just kind of do some of it on the stream. Okay. I don't know why I chose to do the hands at this moment, but so the thumb comes in on this one. Okay. Yeah, it feels right. So like that's the thumb. That's the hand. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. That's the thing. Thumb. Hand. Okay. So I think the tail looks good. Maybe we'll put one of those, like sometimes you see it have like a sort of a lip or a roll. We'll do that. So now I don't think we want our mermaid to be like classic Ariel. Like we can give her some attire. Let's give her like just a shirt. Okay. A short sleeve shirt. We can do like we'll put a design on it or something. We'll do crop top, I think. So, because let's still do like, okay, let me just get rid of some of these guidelines. Make sure everything looks normal. Sometimes the guidelines are in there for so long and then like they're giving me optical illusions. Okay. Shirt. This one has to be longer. A little bit looser, that's fine. Come down, come down. It'll be like tight up here because it's all stuck in the armpit. It's held out here by the chest and then falls in a little bit. Perfect. And then the belly button would be about here. We're getting into I Dream of Jeannie territory. Maybe it's a little lower. No, I think that's where we have it. This is why I need to do an anatomy course. Now, I've been meaning to get my library card. Another thing I've been supposed to do since we moved here. Library is super important. Definitely get a library card. Ooh, Candy Dragon. I'm putting that on the list. Double exclamation point. Hold on. Love you, puppy. Okay. I don't want to do too many like scales, but I definitely want it to look mermaidy. I think like the shape is good, but some texture would be even better. All right, we can try erase some of these arms. We can try the texture trick. Oh, okay. I have her shirt. Okay. She was a little bit wider than I gave her credit for. This might be. This arm might be a little bit off. I have to be careful because I will move one thing and then tweak everything like a bunch, even when it didn't need it. Or it's just like, it looks totally fine, but I'm thinking, oh no. Okay. So you can kind of do just a little bit of texture here and there. And it'll often be enough to sell it. As long as it's like, I don't know what it is. It, to me, it has to be a certain amount of random. Otherwise it looks like wrong. And so like, I'd used to try to do this all the time and I really struggled with it. And then, but I just kept at it. And then all of a sudden one day I was like, yep, this works for me. I like tried it a third time. You know, a third. I tried it like a bunch of times. And then one day I was like, this is it. I think this is good. I like what's going on there. Oh, I like this part. I want this part to have the same kind of flat flourish. There we go. All right. Let's get this handle a little bit put away. She just needs fingers on this hand. I didn't do the fingers. Okay. Half dragon, half human. Like, oh, a dragonborn. Yeah. Dragonborn. My nephew always plays a dragonborn. I wrote it down. So let's do, okay, so this is her. And she's going good. Let's do, I guess it's time for the face. The only thing left is we could do like a decoration on her shirt or something, but I think it's time for the face. I think faces are still kind of hard, but I draw them all the time. Now let's have it go back up. And it'll be like she has it pulled into a ponytail. And so that would be like here. And maybe comes out and falls down from there. I'll get rid of this part. Okay. I always do like to do eyebrows and then eyes. Let's do like a kind of flat, like that, like a shallow upside down V, and then kind of a scoop bottom eye. I just try to make eye shapes the same eye shape. I don't super care if the eyes are realistic or not. like the eye shape. Hey, Rama. Oh, thank you so much. Let's have her just be happy. I was thinking she would be like sad because she broke her tail or whatever, but she's not sad. She's just on land and needs like the crutches. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I will. I can't pull you up right now because I'm on the tablet and it'll close everything. It's really terrible. But if your subscriptions are public, I will be able to see that you subscribe to me and I can subscribe to you. Oh, you know what I can do? I just realized I think I'm on the right computer. I should be able to at least pull up your profile. Okay. I wanted to make her a little buck tooth, but I messed it up. Oh, you know what? I wasn't thinking about the mouth correctly at all. What you gotta do is the back one should be smaller, and then the front one should be basically what you would normally draw if it was flat, which I always think is so weird, but it definitely works. And then the bottom one is just the same. It should be smaller in the back. On the top one, the front one should be basically the same as if you were drawing it straight on. Okay. All right, we'll finish up. There's something off about her hair, but I think it might just be those guidelines playing a trick on me, like I was saying before. Or I might be like being dumb. What is it like? This would be going straight back. Oh, that's probably what it is. I was being dumb. The hair pulled back would be being pulled back from all the directions where it actually came from instead of straight. Okay, that looks much better. And that's a ponytail. That's the back of her head. That's an ear. Okay. Squeak, 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 squeak. We can give her like gill ears. All right. I think she's looking good. Let's see. I think the eyes could use a touch up. And then we'll do a little color. And then we'll do, I think, a candy dragon. That's next. Okay. I'm going to do a little and a little. Just maybe it's the proportion. I didn't do the back one small enough. I have had that problem a lot. For a while, I was practicing faces like 20 times a day. I would do a face. And it definitely got better. But it's one of those things for me where if I'm not practicing constantly, I lose it. She looks psycho. Okay. Hey, Nazuko boy. Oh, Chewbacca. We have, coming up, we have a candy dragon and then a half man, half dragon. Uh, what is it's like a water faucet coming out of it, of the earth, and there's like drops of water. That's the shirt she's wearing. Okay. I'm afraid I won't have enough time, but I will put it on the list. Chewbacca. You know what I'll do is I won't color this one. We'll go on to the candy dragon. And then that should help time-wise. Okay. So, candy dragon. I'm trying to think. I don't think I'm going to do a full dragon. Let's do a dragon's head and maybe like the front part of its neck or something. I'm going to do like a pretty flat, kind of like a snake. And I want it to be looking kind of right at us. So this is where its eyes will be. And this is its nose. And then this will be its mouth. And then it goes all the way back there. I'll probably have some fangs. And then this will be the front. We're not going to see too much of this. It goes down just like that. Okay. Maybe we're seeing like the tops of wings or something. Okay. Oh, it's not Chewbacca. Oh, Chew. Okay, okay. My bad, my bad. Which is your request? I miss it? Okay. Oh, lovely. Half robot, half human. Excited. Okay, so now I have to figure out how to make this guy candy. So I think there's a sort of a cheating way to do it, and I'm tempted. Um, okay, well, it would be like, so the cheating way to do it would be to color him candy colors and just be like, yeah, he's the candy dragon because he's all candy colored. But then you could also do like different candies, like candy corn teeth. Yeah, we'll do lollipops, candy corn teeth. like a lollipop. What's it called? Like back scales. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What if it's these lollipop horns, the ones that are like the spirals? Okay. Okay. And these are like the other kind of lollipops, like charms, like the flat, kind of clear ones. One going this way, one kind of going that way. And then there would be another one, but we would only see like the tiniest bit of it. Okay. Candy corn, rainbow, lollipop, lollipop. J.J. Fickleton. G.G. Fickleton. I think it's good. Okay. And then I think like we can do like a sour tape tongue. Oh yeah, I was trying to think what to make the eyes, but that's good. You can do like Hershey's Kisses or even like M&Ms. It just has like the M on it, and it would be like, and like, you know, the eyelid still would cover it. It would still be on the inside. And it's like a yellow and an orange M&M. Yeah, candy tape. I'll just do that real quick. Well, same with this. Is just like swing, 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 swing. La 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 la. All right. Oh yeah, candy corn. I'm not gonna draw the candy corn. You know, what if we do Hershey's Kisses? So we have these like wing toppers. I think those are Hershey's Kisses. I lived in a chocolate factory town, and they used to compete directly with Hershey's. They were nearby Hershey's, and they used to compete directly with Hershey's, but then they like Hershey's got gigantic, and you just can't compete with them. And they actually had gone out of business, and then only a tiny part of the factory was still open. But they used to do, there was like a train line that led right up to the factory doors because they had been so popular. They produced so much chocolate. And they didn't produce kisses, but they did something. Well, they produced kisses, sort of, where the chocolate thing kissed the conveyor belt. But theirs weren't called kisses, they were called buds. And instead of being like coming straight up like that, they would be swirled into the middle. It kind of looked like a 5-leaf clover or a 4-leaf clover, I can't remember. And they'd still be about the same size. Wilbur buds, that's what they're called. Okay. Oh no, I don't think I'll do a certain IR wrestler. Okay, I think Candy Dragon is done. I think a lot of the rest of it would just be done with coloring and shading, and I'm not doing the coloring right now. Sometimes when you start coloring, you come up with other ideas, but like we could go in and keep going a lot of detail. But let's do... Oh, Dragon Man. That's the next one. Okay. And we're going to start real small with this guy. He's going to be tall and skinny for some reason. Okay. I'm trying to think what a dragon human face would look like. Okay, he's not quite looking straight ahead, but he's not really looking off to the side either. Kind of like the worst of both. Let's start again. Yeah, maybe I'll look at him to take some inspiration. I really will do really thick dragon legs because I assume he has the legs of his dragon ancestors. And they're clawy. And he even has back foot claws. That's what those are called, back foot claws. Okay. I'll do the front view so you can see what's going on. Whoop. Okay, dragon guy. We're getting there. I don't have like uncomfortably long hands and arms. I don't know why. It's weird when you're creating weird things from nowhere because sometimes you want to do something for like a story reason and sometimes you want to do something for an aesthetic reason. And like they're both great reasons. There's no reason not to do one or the other. Should I do like a fringe up top here? I don't think so. The head, I'm feeling pretty good about the body now. Once I got these like thick legs in, and then we'll do like a weirdly skinny and muscular body. Two long arms, like uncomfortably long arms. Oh, they can have like this kind of like spike thing going on. I tried a couple heads. I'm not loving anything in particular. The spike thing when it's at rest will be something like that. Oh yeah, maybe his arms are really long because when his dragon ancestors, they have really long arms because of how they fly or whatever, how they take off from flight. And so like that's why his arms seem to us humans. Okay. Looking good, Dragon Boy. Dragon Man. Okay. I'm going to draw a head box to see how I feel about this guy's head. I don't mind that. Let's put like a snout on the front of it. Oh, I don't know it, Gojo. Oh, Gojo. No, I don't think I know the reference, unfortunately. Okay, this will be snout. I think let's do like sunken eyes. Oh yeah, okay. I'm starting to see where this dragon comes from here. We'll do like a deep brow. Sunken eyes. Sunken like squinty eyes. I was trying to think of the word squinty. Oh, a waterfall. Jujutsu Kaisen. I don't know that. Let me write this down. Is it wait, I'm spelling things wrong. Jujutsu Kaisen. Spell that right. Yeah. Man, I am drawing like the most wretched things for this dragon head's head. Half human, half dragon. What kind of a head is that? Okay. Human head. human head, dragon snout. And I'm just going to do that. A little bit of a dragon snout. And we'll do the eyes. Slightly dragony. We're doing characters today. I have a half robot, half human after this dragon man, and then we're doing a Kit Kat man. Kit Kat. We're gonna look that back up. Let's see if that's something we can do. So I don't know if we'll get to the waterfalls, but I can put it on the list. Like a ridiculous jaw muscle because of the dragon's bite, and maybe like an underbite for the same reason. And maybe that's where they have like big teeth. Okay. I don't know. My dragon overlords look, they just keep looking goofy to me. I've never thought about how to draw a dragon person before. And I'm kind of, instead of thinking, I'm just drawing, which I think is fine. I think something like that. The dragon guy. Give him a little clothes. He would normally wear more, but we're just doing character creation, so. Make him a little bit more correctly ripped. Give him some spots. What is wrong with his mouth? Maybe it's fine. Yeah, looks right. All right. So I don't know. I do this thing where I think something's really messed up and then I erase it and I work on it like 7 times and then I come back and look at the video of it and I'm like, oh, well, it was fine the first time. And I feel like I am in danger of doing that with this dragon face, dragon character head's face, half dragon, half human. So I'm going to leave it. Maybe this will be the time I go back and I think it's terrible. Oh, thank you so much, Possible Monster Lover. Um, one time I was a kid, I was like in freshman in high school, and I was talking to a teacher that I didn't know, like a friend of mine's teacher, and she goes, you have a voice for radio. And I was like, oh, cool, thanks. Like, that's really kind. And then she's like, not face for radio. I don't think you're ugly. And then she like told me that it wasn't because I was ugly. She wasn't saying that because she thought I was ugly for like 3 minutes. And I was like, oh, okay. I think about that all the time. I had never heard the expression a face for radio, which means like, people don't want to see you on TV, basically. All right. Okay, so we got half. We did Candy Dragon, boom. We did Dragonborn, boom. My own impersonation of Dragonborn. We did Mermaid on Crutches, boom. And now we're going to do half man, half machine. Okay, I said I would look up Dominic Mysterio as a reference to see if I wanted to draw them as the person. The person part of the person, the machine, you know what I'm saying. Okay. Dominic Mysterio. I think I've looked this up on request from the same. Is this Jeff from Jeff before? Oh no, Nazuko Boy. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Oh, I like his he wears this skeleton rib shirt. I mostly like it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll draw this guy. I love his haircut. He has actually really long arms in a weird way, too. I like people with really long arms in a weird way. Okay. So I took a fashion illustration course, and one thing they tell you is shoulders one way, hips the other to keep it dynamic, and then you get to show like a lot of the how the clothes can fit in different ways and stuff like that. And I use it all the time. Hips, leg, knee, leg, knee, leg, foot. Yeah, that's fine. Which is the higher one? This one. So this one will be kind of bent a tiny bit. Okay. Give him like, I don't know, cowboy boots or something. What do wrestlers wear? Not hugely important. All right. Wait, hips. No, that's right. Maybe the torso just needs to be longer. Let's pop the torso up some. This guy is He's long. Spine. I learned a lot that you should like draw your spine in the line of action. It shouldn't be like exactly the spine, but it should fit in the line of action. And then like you have cryptic and oh yeah, that's great. Hey pancake host. That's awesome. I think it's good to have that kind of when I drew eyes. I drew a lot of eyes on the bus on the ride to school, and they were I'm just going to show you one because they were very simple. Um, I don't know why I liked it so much, but I would draw these like very simple eyes with like a circle, just the eyeball with the pupil and the color, and I would like get in there and detail the color somehow. And then I would make them into different creatures. So sometimes I would make them into like spiders, and sometimes I would make them into like groupings of eyes, or it would be the head of a like a stick figure. And I drew a lot of eyes just like that. Not I did really get into and practice the Eye of Ra, drawing like the Eye of Ra. I don't remember what it looks like exactly, but it's something like uh I don't something like that. I don't remember exactly. I would do the shading and sometimes the shadow. Anyway. Oh, awesome. My hot water has been on and off for quite some time, and so I haven't been able to take a shower, although it should be back on, so I will do that soon. Okay, we've dressed him in this jacket, which I like a lot. Give it a collar. His neck will be here. We don't know what his head is going to look like yet. Probably it'll have some robot parts. And let's take the leather off of this arm of the jacket in order to make this arm robotic. We'll do, oh, my pencil ran out, hang on. And is back. Okay, so we'll let this hand just um, hang tight. Thumb, hand. Okay. And now this one. Now you have to think of different like machine bits that make it worth having your arm taken off, or we have to make it like look good, right? Both of those are acceptable. So one thing I like is when it's just like a bunch of tubes and wires like running across. So let's try that and see how that works. I'll do like a connector with some wires on the outside. And basically what this does is like you're not seeing the complex part of the machine of where how it all works. So like there's no reason to like figure out any kind of like engineering or making the engineering look believable because having all these like pipes and stuff on the outside covers it up. I think it's a good strategy. I think when you look at a lot of machines that are like this, that's what they look like. So it's not like unrealistic. It's actually pretty realistic. It's actually more weird to see like the actual workings of the thing. Okay. That'll be metal. Then this will be metal. It'll have a connection plate. It'll be two plates stuck together because they have to rotate. Like we have the ulna and the radius, and they rotate the arm. And so you need something like that here. Okay, I'm just going to make this a little bit cleaner. Okay. And we'll go to the hand. So for the hand, I was thinking, like, I just saw a machine hand recently, and it was basically like just a really intense gripper. Yeah, yeah, that's great. This will be his tea holding hand. Ooh, yeah, I like the idea of like maybe even that being rare, right? Like people are like really afraid of robots, and maybe not incorrectly, like in a universe where, and then like there are lots of robots out there who are like, I'm not, I'm not like the other robots. I want to be nice to the organic humans. And they signify that they want to be nice by like doing things like wearing a top hat. And I was just thinking, if robots wanted to limit access to humans, they could just make things really heavy, right? Like, what if there's like a robot building and the robots didn't want humans inside? They wouldn't have to like even lock the door. They could just make the door hard for humans to open or nearly impossible for humans to open. Okay, where's the shadow? We're gonna do shadows on the bottom one. Okay, now that looks like a gripper. We're gonna have that be solidly attached. Just like, psh. It'll have a, I guess it won't be solidly attached. I've decided it will have a pivot point. Okay. I was gonna do just a solid bit of metal here, but I think I'll wrap it in a wire just to give it some character. Conduit, bracing, something like that. Okay. Oh yeah, we need like an interface here. Okay. So this one mostly has to worry about things being twisted. Oop. So we can even have all the wires basically twisted. Here's another connector. And that disappears off into the void. Okay. I built computers. I would still do it if I, for a long time, but I don't have it as a job anymore. Uh, it's especially hard now because um, everything's so dang expensive. But when I draw robots and stuff, I often just try to think of like what things inside of a computer look like. Because a lot of robotics is just like that kind of stuff, like actuator. I mean, with like actuator motors and stuff like that after it, but they use a lot of the same connectors. Okay. All right, pretty good, pretty good. We're gonna get rid of that. Okay. Bare metal, bare metal, bare metal. I think that's right, but it feels weird. Ah, okay. It was just the connection here is was weird. That feels like perfect now. Okay. This coat, how much of this coat are we seeing from behind? Like a little bit, right? Because it's coming down from here. Okay. Yeah, because coats don't follow the body, they fall straight. Okay, that was the pocket, pocket. Now for this part, I was thinking like the middle of his chest is here. Here? Yeah. Like, why don't we give him like he's a wrestler, right? So we can give him like the abs or whatever, but then also like a big metal plate. Let's just bolt it in. And we don't see a ton of it. But we do see enough to know that it's there. Hey, nuclear moon. Yeah, it's dominant. Yeah, that's right. Welcome back, Nuzco. Hey, nuclear moon, welcome back. Okay. Okay, so that'll be like metal underneath, human colored. So we could do a leg. I think that's classic. You have one arm, you do one leg kind of deal. But let's just do 1 foot. Oh, can I go to your channel? I can't. Okay. I can't see what it is. I'll have to look when I have the other computer available. No, it turned out when Dominic Mysterio became half robot, they took away his championship belt. That's what started the whole robot uprising. Was they were being discriminated against. They weren't allowed to play sports with all organics. I haven't watched Real Steel. Okay, I'm watching it tonight. I've been meaning to watch it for so long. I'm writing it giant so I don't friggin' forget. If if I thought it would stay, I would stick it to my forehead. Well, thank you so much, Kate. Okay, let's get his Oh, if you guys who just showed up, let me show you some of the other things we did today real quick. This was what we started with, a warm-up, just a mermaid on crutches. Then we did a candy dragon. Then we did half dragon, half person. I don't know what that is. And now we're doing a human, half robot, but based on Dominic Mysterio for some reason. Okay. Yeah, what are we going to do with this head? Well, I want it to look like Dominic Mysterio, so I know we're going to do that. Well, I don't want to. I don't mind. Okay. I guess I should look at what Dominic Mysterio looks like. That would probably help. I'm going to go based off what I remember, but it's not going to be good. Okay. I remember he has like kind of a weird half bowl cut, half mullet kind of thing going on. Oh yeah, but how much of this also do we want to be robot? Because we need something robot in the face. Not the jaw, because... Okay. We'll do like enough, we'll do the hair just enough to make it look okay. Yeah, I'm totally with you. At least one eye, for sure. Which is great on top of that for me, because drawing two eyes is a little bit worse than drawing just one. So let's do this eye. And let's do it like as three cameras. This is actually, it's a direct rip from like an iPhone 30. He found a guy who would replace his eye with the iPhone 30 camera block. He has really good zoom. He can zoom plus 100 or something. I don't know. I don't know what the 30 can do. I was trying to think of that. How far, like, he looks exactly the same. So it's like maybe it's 2030. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's like I'm saying 2030. He's not even like it's not even 10 years in the future. And for some reason his other eye is just blown out. He got a lollipop stuck in it or something. Okay. He has an RC belt for Robot Champion. Oh, and then this inside it looks like a gear. I'm not going to do a good job making it look like a gear without having planned it first, but you get it. You get it. Oh yeah. and then and then for let's do hmm and this is what started his journey on becoming a robot was He lost his leg in the ring. How do we make this a fighting leg? Oh, yeah, I know. So first we'll put a bunch of motors here on the top of the foot that'll control the foot. I think that's important. Give the foot full functionality. It needs like its black box of motors and stuff. That'll get connected up somewhere by this wire. And then this part will have like a little hydraulic spring action going on. So we can generate like extra crazy kicks or jumps or steps or whatever. Oh, yeah, perfect. I couldn't remember. I stopped looking at his picture. Yeah, I started out doing fiction, but we've just done real life. Okay. Oh yeah, let me look at him. Okay, yeah, his mustache is a little bit better than what I've drawn. Here we go. That's more like it. But otherwise, I did pretty good. A little bit bigger nose. I'll pop that up a little bit. And a little bit more hooded eyes, but we messed up his eyes anyways. But we'll give it a little extra depth here. Oh yeah, there we go. Robot champion of the world. Oh, he wears this like I really missed a trick. He wears this skeleton shirt, right? I could have done something with that. Okay. Had it been well, we can kind of do it here. Just like the rib cage. And you just have to imagine. Which I guess if you know the character, then you would understand what this is a reference to. Okay. Oh man. Did I have someone else to go off of? I don't think so. Yeah, a character based on the idea of a man pulling a rabbit out of a hat. Oh yeah, it is kind of like Terminator. Oh my gosh, look. I just like this totally crazy. He has no jacket. His jacket like goes up in the back. It goes like what? I missed it. Okay, here we go. There. Now it looks right. I kept looking at the legs and I was like, what is wrong? Is it because like is he standing so like aggressively? I couldn't figure it out, but it was because his jacket wasn't there. Okay. Yeah, I'm liking this man. The trick of magicians pulling rabbits out of their hats. So, so the trick part of it is interesting because there's two rabbits, but this isn't a magician who's dressing as the trick, although that's what I'm like tempted to draw. It is a whole darn character based on the concept, which is better. Well, he definitely is wearing a top hat. I think we can't, it would be a disservice to us if he wasn't wearing one. I know it would be like that. Okay. Oh, I don't know Carrot and VeggieTale. All right, I shouldn't be working on the hat right now. I should be working on the rest of the character. He's like, ta-da! Okay. Okay, I have something that I think is interesting, which could work. What if he has his torso is the cage where he keeps the rabbits? So then it's like, let's draw a couple of rabbits. Okay. And then his, we'll put, yeah, before I start getting into the details of the cage, let's put like a magician's coat over him. Oh, hey, Oddfud. We're doing, I'll finish this guy up. We're doing a magician, a character based on the concept of pulling a rabbit out of a hat. Which might be my favorite. It's like hard to think about, and I love it. Oh, yeah. No, I want to see you before you have to go to bed and eat. I should eat food. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what. Well, this can't be empty, so this must be also cage, I guess. It should have been, but this is fine. We'll do that. And then I want the door to the cage to sort of be like visible. Okay. And there's like his jacket in the back there. This is his jacket. We'll give it like different, yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. We have a Discord. You can share it there. I'd love that. It's in my bio. I think it's just CMonsterYK. Or that's probably the best way. I would love that. I the Discord there are some people who have shared fan art in the Discord, and I think it's so neat. Mm, yeah, yeah, and especially since Discord is going to the way of like IDing everybody. I don't know. It seems crazy. I haven't really looked into it. Yeah, we should not yet, but we should have a community post feature pretty soon. Um, I don't know how long actually. It depends on how many views I get and stuff. It's not a linear. He's doing like a weird little curtsy kind of deal. We'll give him a little, just a regular magician's belt. I don't know what a regular magician's belt is, but I gave him like jester, like shoes and nope. pants. I don't know why. It felt right. I think this is a guy based on the idea of pulling rabbits out of a hat. Let me get this cage nailed down. I'm gonna ignore the door idea for now. I don't think that really worked the way I wanted it to. Okay. I'm gonna do little attachments there. And like we can have the door be up here somehow, like a hint that the door is up there. A little handle. A little tie of rope. Oh, it's a rabbit's foot. A little handle. That's the rabbit's foot. Okay. You see some cage in the background, but we don't want that to get involved with the rabbits in the front here. Boom, boom, boom. Rabbit eye. Rabbit nose. Rabbit body. Rabbit foot. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. Some more rabbit. And then, oh yeah, this one was standing up. Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit. I don't think you see the eye on this guy at all. Rabbit foot. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. All right. I think I'll call that a day. I had fun doing these characters. Really great suggestions from everybody. Thank you. A reminder to watch a movie I've been trying to watch for like, I don't know, years and years and years. Hope that works out for me. Oh, he should have like one of those ridiculous, like early 1900s, late 1800s tie, like necker ties. Okay. All right. I don't think we named this guy. Peter. The magician. Oh, for sure. Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I think whatever, like if you're like, I want to share this, it feels like art. Maybe we'll change it to art/photo share. So like, feel free to share like anything creative that you've done. All right, we did Peter. We did the stereo. We're going in backwards order now. We did this guy. What is his name? A dragonborn. We did a candy dragon. Oh, a duck. Angry duck. Oh yeah, Pete the duck. I draw him every once in a while. And a mermaid on crutches. This poor mermaid. She's just trying to get to the pool. It's gonna be fine. The pool's right here. Phew. That was close. All right. Thank you, everybody. I had a fun time. I don't stream tomorrow, but I do stream Saturday. So check me out then. Tomorrow I should put up a couple of shorts, or at least one short. All right. Bye.